What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this, I want to break down some very important news that's coming out about the markets, what's being reiterated by the news right now as we're seeing huge headlines coming out about Tesla, what you should be watching for as time progresses. But let me first say that I am not a financial planner. Take nothing I say as financial advice. And then don't forget about the Moomoo link. The offer ends very soon. Deposit $100 in your guaranteed 5 free stocks, but then $1,000 in your guaranteed up to 15. So for Tesla, we actually came below this 173.75 area. We're testing 172 as support, trying to rebound a bit, but overall we're on a slight little downtrend intraday. So the question is, can Tesla get a bounce or not? From here, we have to be watching this support, but there's a lot of bad news coming out for Tesla in the markets as we saw big headlines emerging. So for tomorrow, we just have Barr and Bostic from the Fed giving their speeches. And besides that, we have a couple of others coming out. Elizabeth Warren has renewed her call for the SEC to probe Tesla over board independence. And this is some big news. It's making major headlines right now. It's still making headlines. I did mention this in an earlier video. I just wanted to talk about this again because it's still affecting Tesla. Senator Elizabeth Warren is urging the SEC to investigate whether Tesla broke rules governing its board, essentially, as public companies. And she's basically doubling down on similar concerns that she raised last summer. She basically is saying in a letter that new evidence has emerged in recent months that deepen her concern that Tesla's board lacks independence from CEO Elon Musk, who uses his control over the board for his personal benefits instead of the best interest of Tesla's shareholders. So, this is some big news that's coming out. It's all over the news right now. What else has been affecting the markets is this news about Apple. This is massive news. The DOJ, the Department of Justice, it's suing Apple. This is big news. It's suing Apple over iPhone monopoly in landmark antitrust case. So the lawsuit claims and Apple's anti competitive practices extend beyond the iPhone and Apple Watch businesses, citing Apple's advertising, browser, FaceTime, and other things like that. Each step in Apple's course of conduct built and reinforced the mount around its iPhone monopoly, and the DOJ is now going to be investigating what they've been doing. So, this is huge news. And that's what caused Apple to sell off really hard, which eventually led the markets lower. And then Tesla also got kind of caught up in all of this. So all this news is still affecting us. Tesla got this rejection off 177. I called this rejection in the morning. I said we might get a rejection. Be careful. Tesla came down. We pumped into pre-market. We were looking at this very nice move after Powell's speech. Tesla came almost all the way up to 180, our target. Then it got this rejection afterwards. We're currently trying to trade sideways between 172 and 173. If Tesla gets a rebound, we're going to be looking to see if we establish a lower high or not. To turn bullish, you want to see it break this high at least 177. So if it does get a little rebound, we'll see if we establish a lower high and continue lower. We did get some negative news. But if Tesla, fails at this 172 area, there's a risk of some downside towards like the 170 or 168 area. Overall, Tesla's on a bit of a downtrend. This could be a little rejection here, showing a little bit of weakness. And it's not just Tesla, but the whole market kind of following this trend. If you look at SPY, if you look at SPY right here, SPY formed a double top at 524. It was trying to break past 524 and kind of got a rejection here. But this is not officially extremely bearish until we get a follow through move tomorrow. If we lose 522 tomorrow, SPY has this gap to fill down here and then there's another bigger gap at 520. We're going to come all the way down to 520 if we lose 522. Resistance watch 523.11 followed by 524. We have to break 524 to turn bullish to push to 526. Because we rejected here, there's a risk of this coming lower. So just be careful. We need a follow through move tomorrow for confirmation. Same thing on the QQQ. QQQ is trying to rebound. We actually hit 449, very tough resistance way up here. We pumped so hard. Now we're coming down a bit. We have this gap to fill way down here in the 444 area. There is a risk of this coming down to the 440s, so we'll have to see how this goes. But just be careful. We are seeing some signs of potential rejections. What has led the market down is Apple got this big sell-up. We were at 178 yesterday. Now we're barely holding 171. Very close to our 170.9 support. If we lose this, 170 is going to be coming next, and we have 172.5 as resistance. So we'll have to see how it goes. But with this sell off on Apple, if this leads to something bigger tomorrow, this could drag the market a little bit lower. So just be careful on Apple. Apple is showing some weakness right now, in my opinion. It could be sinking to 170 or 168. And then finally, we have Nvidia. Nvidia is also, it's not super weak, but it's not super strong either. We have a double top like formation that formed at 925. I called this resistance out in the morning. I said we might get a rejection here. We came down, came back up from the double top. Now we're coming down again, but we haven't officially gotten a big confirmation move down. because we're holding above 908. If we lose 908, I think there's a risk of this coming all the way down to 900 again, if not 892. To be bullish, you want to see it break 925. If we break that, we could go up to about 930 to 938. But overall, Nvidia is forming a double top leg pattern with the market slowing down a bit and add some tight resistance. I want you all to be very careful. We could see this thing turn a bit, but we have to be a little bit patient for the time being. So I'm not a big bear right now. I'm not officially a massive bear or anything like that. I don't favor bulls or bears. I'm gonna wait and see if we get a follow through move. There are some signs that the market could reject and see a little downside, but it's not like we're crashing or anything like that. The market's up so big. We're at new all time highs. Before yesterday, the all time high was 518. We're currently at 522 to 523 on SPY. So my point is, we're still up pretty big. Even if we do drop another like couple of points on SPY or even on Tesla, we're still up compared to where we were last week. So the market's not necessarily doing terrible or anything like that, but it pumps so hard to the point where getting a little drop like this, a mini pullback, would be completely normal. All right, so I want to make that as clear as possible. Make sure you watch your levels. Tesla is showing a little bit of weakness now after this bad news came out. The news is not the best for Tesla, so we'll have to see if we could attempt to get a rebound and establish a lower high or not. And we'll see how it goes. The market closes in 20 minutes, guys. Take care, do what you have to do, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, and peace out.